Hey guys, this is the whiteboard review part 2. I just had a couple word problems that I wanted to do with you, so I just couldn't quite fit it into my 15 minutes that I get with Screencast-O-Matic. It like cuts me off. So anyways, I just want to remind you, if you're watching these videos, if you're not doing the math with me, you're not doing yourself any good. So don't just watch these passively and expect that they're going to improve your math grade or improve your skills. You actually need to do the math. It's like exercise. Math is like, or like reading, like you need to do it to get better at it. So anyways, I just want to throw that out there. All right. This is a word problem from the topic 1 worksheet that we did the other day. I just wanted to demonstrate one or two because you will have quite a few word problems on your test in a couple days. All right, so here we have an empty container, has a capacity of 8V liters. If 3V liters of water is poured into it, how many more liters can be added to it? This is a pretty easy problem, but I'm going to still draw a model. Wow, that's really messy. Let's try this again. Okay. A little better, not much better, but okay. So since I'm doing this kind of problem where I'm pouring water into something, it helps me to just visualize what that looks like. So my vessel is 8V liters in capacity. So that's the whole thing empty or full, doesn't matter. And then it says if 3V liters of water is poured into it, how many more liters can be added to it? So this is the space that we're trying to answer right here. This is what we're trying to figure out. So this is easy enough. I think most people got this, but this is a part whole model, and we're just going to subtract. So we have 8V minus 3V. We're just trying to find the difference, and that's going to give us how much more we can add to it. So 8V minus 3V, those are both in terms of V, so we can subtract is 5V liters. Okay, so next we have an age problem. So this is a multi-step problem, so we're going to walk through it in a couple different steps. Henry is X years old. Betty is 4 times as old as Henry. Peter is 7 years older than Betty. Letter A, we want to express Peter's age in terms of X. Oh goodness, there are quite a few pieces of information in this word problem. So let's start drawing some pictures. We've got Henry, and he is X years old, right? And then we have Betty. She's a little bit older because it says that Betty, let's label these guys, Henry, Betty. Betty is 4 times as old as Henry. So if she's 4 times as old as Henry, she is 4X. Peter is 7 years older than Betty. Peter's 7 years older than Betty. So if Betty is 4X, Peter is going to be 4X plus 7. Did you see how easy that was once we started drawing pictures? And it was kind of a lot of information to try to pick apart in the word problem. So letter A, it says, express Peter's age in terms of X. Peter's age is 4X plus 7 years. Then it says, if Henry is 5 years old, how old is Peter? So now we're just going to substitute. So we've got 4X plus 7. And Henry is 5 years old. Now remember, Henry's age is X. So that's where we're going to plug in our 5. So then we have 4 times 5 plus 7. And if we solve it, we do the multiplication first. 20 plus 7. And Peter is 27 years old. Okay, the thing that I want to drive home about this word problem is the modeling. So when you come up against a word problem like this where you have many pieces of information, I want you to just chunk it up and draw one thing at a time, or deal with one piece of information at a time. Did you see how easy it was? I just went to this first sentence. I said Henry is X years old. I drew Henry. Okay, he's X. Then I went to the second piece of information. Betty is 4 times as old as Henry. Great. We know Betty's age. It's 4X. And then Peter is 7 years older than Betty. Then we were able to just write down Peter's age just so easily. If we would have tried to jump to this step from all of these pieces of information up here and just write the algebraic expression, you know, maybe for some people that wouldn't be hard, but for a lot of us that would be really difficult. And so I just really want to encourage you to use your modeling and draw your pictures, because it just makes your life so much easier. All right, my friends, that's the end of this video. Have a great weekend.